Michael Neely here, founder of The Infinite List and the Authority Academy, podcast coach and host of 6 of my own shows, an international best-selling author, here to share with you what may prove to be the best business advice you'll get all decade. So if you're starting to get an inkling of the power of your email list, then I feel like part of my job is done. It wasn't until my list hit 10,000 that it really started to sink in for me. And ever since then, it has been a total game changer. I've also started to share with my clients about the strategies that I've used to reach 7 figures in business, and I'd love to share some of those with you right now. You don't need to be a graduate of the Wharton Business School to understand what I'm about to teach you, nor do you even have to be very good at math. What you do have to be is good at seeing things, seeing opportunity where it arises, and understanding that the numbers don't lie. What do I mean by that? Let me lay out a few examples before we get into the nitty-gritty. A really good batting average for a baseball player is going to be just over 300, which means that on average, that player will get on base 3 out of 10 times at the plate. It's an average, yes, but the math doesn't lie. If that batter goes into a slump and his average drops to 200, he may find himself getting benched because the coach knows that the team needs as many people to get on base as possible in order to win the game. It's a numbers game. If a sales executive knows that she closes 5 deals out of every 20 calls she makes, she's got an average of 25%. Pretty simple math, really, but also super powerful when you add in this next step. When we take it further and find that this sales executive wants to close 40 deals this month in order to win the Salesman of the Year award, well, guess what we also know? Because of simple math, we know that she'll need to make 160 calls in order to hit her goal. Remember, she closes 5 out of every 20, and she needs 40 deals. Divide those 40 deals by the 5 deals that she makes out of every 20, that equals 8 times. We then take that 8 and multiply it by the 20 calls she needs to make. That makes 160 calls in total required to hit 40 sales. Are you with me on this? It is not rocket science. Yet from the number of entrepreneurs that I see employing this strategy, you'd think it was brain surgery inside a rocket ship. I mean, seriously, the simple math applies to all business. You've just got to crunch your numbers. Yet so few entrepreneurs do. So Empower with the Numbers we derived from your work in the first video. And by the way, if you haven't watched that one yet, please go back and do that before we continue. Let's set up some goals for yourself. Now, in the example I used, we had a list of 1,200. And total buyers of 120, bringing us to 10% of our list as buyers. You should insert your own numbers there, by the way. Let's be very specific. Now let's set a target. But let's take it even a step further. I'm just going to trust that you're a smart cookie and you can follow along here, okay? So for example, instead of number of sales as a goal, let's say we want to generate an additional 100,000 in revenue. This is where it gets to be fun, by the way. Let's first look at your CLV, your customer lifetime value. In yesterday's sample, we arrived at 18,500 for our CLV. Yours may be higher or lower. There's no right or wrong, good or bad. However, with 100,000 as our goal and 18,500 as our CLV, we can divide that out and see that we need to make 5.4 sales to hit that target. 100,000 divided by 18,500 is equal to 5.4. We should round up, by the way, to 6 and then look at our percentage of buyers. So if we're sitting at 10%, I picked easy numbers for the calculations, but you'll want to use your exact numbers. This means that we need to add at least 60 new leads to our list in order to accomplish our goal. All right, let's walk through this just to keep it simple. Assuming 1 out of 10 people on your list will buy from you, that's 10%. And we need to make 6 sales. Therefore, we need at least 60 new people on our list. Now, you'll, of course, want to insert your own numbers with the understanding that these numbers are always changing and that they're simply averages. It is a science, but it's not an exact one. However, if you play with these averages and develop a stronger understanding of where and how you achieve success, trust me, you'll be far better off than those who never even look at how their business runs and how their success is caught up in their numbers. With this simple strategy and understanding, you can tie your list growth directly to your sales revenue and then set about to accomplish your goals. With a CLV of just 5,000 and a desire to have a 7-figure business, you can extrapolate what you need to do to accomplish this. Allow me to walk you through it, okay? So, bear with me here. $1 million divided by 5,000 equals 200. Now, I know that's really not a whole lot of sales, is it? 200 sales and you'll be at $1 million. This means that it would take 200 buyers spending $5,000 over their time with you in order for you to generate 1 million in revenue. Now, I'll gladly walk you down this equation further, and my partner Krista warned me not to geek out on it too much and scare some of you off. But here's the reality. If you start to find your eyes glazing over and you're getting a little sleepy, guess what? That is exactly when you need to pay the most attention. Our subconscious will often kick in and do a kind of a Jedi mind trick on you, like these are not the droids you're looking for, except it's whispering in your mind, this is not important information for you to know. It's keeping you trapped in your comfort zone and not allowing you to step into new territory. So I implore you, just slap some water in your face and pay really close attention here, okay? I'm going to do my best to keep it as simple as ABC, 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me. Okay. First, let's drop your buyer's percentage to just 2%. It's more realistic as your list grows, which is what we want, okay? Thus, if you convert 2%, that's 2 out of every 100 people on your list, you convert that into buyers, again, 2%, and you're targeting to get 200 buyers, you run this very simple math problem that you probably learned in 5th grade. How many leads do I need to get in order to reach 200 sales if 2 out of every 100 people on my list buy from me? We do this algebraically like this. 200 sales equals X list size. We're trying to solve for X, what size of list. And we want to know what X is equal to if we know that 2 sales equals a 100 list size. Okay, so we divide the bottom line into the top line and we get 100 equals X over 100. Okay, so we got 100 is equal to X divided by 100. Then if we multiply both sides by 100, it gives us 10,000 equals X. You'll need a list of 10,000 people in order to hit that 7-figure goal. Therefore, if you have a CLV of 5,000 and you want to have $1 million business, you need to build your list to 10,000 strong in order to sell 200 buyers. Is this making sense for you? I guarantee you that major businesses crunch these types of numbers day in and day out. It's how they succeed. And if you want to join the ranks of the uber successful, you need to start looking at it the same way. And here's the awesome kicker. There are yet other ways to get money from your list and effectively turn it into your own personal ATM. Using these same mathematic principles I've outlined here, you can look at the revenue you can generate from affiliate sales. Those times when you offer your list the deals your partners have made available. And even if you reduce it to just 1/10 of your internal sales, you can earn a hefty income from a list of 10,000 or more. If 0.2% of your list buys from one of your JV partners and you earn a modest $500 commission per sale, a list of 10,000 people would propel your affiliate revenue to an additional 6 figures, and you don't have to do anything but send out a few emails. Most 7-figure entrepreneurs and beyond are making more in affiliate revenue than their 6-figure counterparts are in total. I know for a fact that my affiliate revenue alone exceeds the total business revenue of many of my clients. And I'm not saying this through arrogance or bragging, but as a reflection of what you can do if you follow my simple advice. I built this strategy for myself. I use it day in and day out, and I even created a platform to make it easier for myself and for others like you. It's called the Infinite List, and I'd love to invite you to join me as a part of the #1 list building community in the world. Just click on the teal button below and check it out now. And if you're ready for the next training, the all-important task of completing a highly converting, irresistible lead magnet, just click on the next video button below and we'll go through it right now. I'll see you there.